God created Adam in His image, to worship Him, be in relationship with Him. But Adam chose to rebel against God, plunging the whole human race into sin and removing them from a perfect state of peace with God. While God could have justly done away with man, instead God set in motion the greatest rescue mission in history. God Himself would defeat sin and restore all things. This restoration would come through a man, a family, a people. Instead of choosing a powerful nation on the rise, God chose a childless old couple and created a new nation. God promised Abraham descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and a land of their own. Abraham lived to see many of God's seemingly impossible promises come to fruition. These promises came to pass not because of Abraham's greatness. The Bible records his many failures, but God never fails. God leads this small new nation into Egypt, where they're made into slaves. During this time, this tiny nation became a great sea of people. In pain and toil, they longed for deliverance. God raised up Moses. Through Moses, God miraculously led His people out of Egypt. During God's judgment of Egypt, Israel finds freedom through the blood of a sacrificial lamb. And through Moses, God gives His people rules and laws to live by. He clearly defines His requirements and demonstrates how they are to repent and return when they fail. But God's people are stubborn. They rebel against Him. They follow after other gods. As punishment, God causes His newly freed people to wander in the desert for 40 years. During this time, God raises a new generation of His people to lead into the Promised Land. In the land, the Israelites struggle. They struggle with the people in the land. They struggle with leadership. Mainly, they struggle with their own hearts. Will they be devoted to God, or will they follow after other gods? Through many and various leaders, they repeat a cycle over and over again. Deliverance, worship, rebellion, judgment. They want an escape. Surely a king would lead them out of this mess. After one disastrous attempt of their own to choose a king, God chooses a king for them, David. He loves God and rules with power and grace. Under David's kingship, the people find peace and prosperity. But even David fails. His sons and grandsons continue in sin. King after king after king plunges the nation into more and more sin. Is there any hope? Who can stop the madness? Is there a king? Is there someone who can speak for God? Who can save them? Is there any hope?
Matthew chapter 1, verse 1. The book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham.